Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. Installing a hitch on your Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk with the factory knockout can lead you to some amazing adventures, such as biking, camping, or road trips to your favorite destination. You can even tow a U-Haul trailer just about anywhere in North America. Now let's take a look at this Draw-Tite installation. You will need the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. We will begin this installation with the cargo hatch up so we can remove our taillights. Use a T30 Torx bit to remove 2 fasteners. Use your trim panel tool to help pry the tail light rearward. Push gently down on the trim tool and pry the tail light away from the vehicle body. You can now remove the electrical adapter, pull out the red locking tab, and depress the black tab and pull it from the taillight. Now repeat for the passenger side taillight. We're now going to remove fasteners from inside the wheel well. We have 2, some models may have 3, and they remove with an 8mm socket. We can now remove 3 wheel well fasteners. You must drill out this plastic rivet using a 3/16 drill bit. Now repeat for the other wheel well. You're now ready to loosen this upper wheel trim in order to gain access to a fastener underneath. This is very tricky as it's taped up here and we don't want to peel the tape, but there are 3 fasteners that we need to pry away from the vehicle body. I used my trim panel tool with fresh electrical tape at the time and accessed from underneath, identified the clips and used it and my hand to pull them away. 3 clips. We can now remove the hidden fastener with our T30 Torx bit. Remove 4 fasteners from the underbody using a 10mm socket. Remove 2 final fasteners with your T30 Torx bit under the cargo hatch, 1 on each side of the vehicle. You're now ready to remove the bumper fascia from the vehicle. We recommend that you get a second set of hands or a bumper stand as there are some electrical connections back here we're going to need to remove. Use masking tape to protect vehicle body lines for when you return the fascia later on. To start peeling the bumper fascia, you must grab the white tab underneath the trim that had the Torx fastener in it. That's your starting point. While the bumper stand or your second set of hands supports the bumper, you can now remove the electrical connection on the driver's side. It is also pinned to the vehicle body. You will need to pry that away with a trim panel tool. You will know the red locking tab is fully out once the clips have filled the respective holes. We can now remove the Trailhawk trim by removing these 5 fasteners with a T20 Torx bit. You can now release the trim from the bumper fascia. You will need to pull on these tabs and release this end. Use a flathead screwdriver to release these clips. Return this to the vehicle owner. It will not be reinstalled. We now need to remove the tow hook. We're going to use a 3/4 socket and an extension to gain access from underneath. You can now remove the tow hook and save these for reinstallation on the new hitch. The clips for this electrical harness will impede the removal of the impact bar, so use a trim panel tool to simply pry them loose. Repeat for the other side. You're now ready to remove 3 bolts from the frame to release the impact bar. You can use a 3/4 socket to remove them. Use caution when removing the final bolt. The impact bar will be loose and might fall on you. Be sure to grab it with your off hand. Return this to the vehicle owner. It will not be reinstalled. We are now ready to raise the hitch into place. I will be using this U-Haul exclusive hitch jack. If you do not have one, we recommend that you get a second set of hands. The hitch is a little heavy and it will need to be supported while we fish wire in our 6 new carriage bolts. Insert the hitch stays into the vehicle frame until the holes have become aligned. You can now fish wire in your hardware. Take a provided fish wire and pass it into the mounting location. Pass it rearward till it comes out of the vehicle frame. Place on a carriage block. Thread on a carriage bolt and pull them into position. You can now install a conical tooth washer and the flange nut. Make sure the teeth on the washer face the vehicle. Repeat for the other side. We can now tighten and torque the hitch hardware to the manufacturer's specifications. I will link them in the description below. We're going to use the same 7/8 socket to tighten them down. If you plan to install tow wiring, now is a good time to address that install while the bumper fascia is off. I will link the video down below. We are now ready to reinstall the vehicle fascia. Remember that we must make this electrical connection before we can hang the fascia. Be sure to align the tabs on the adapter as it can only be plugged in one way. Resecure the red safety tab and then push in the yellow locking tab. You can now place the harness back on the vehicle body. You can now begin clipping the fascia into the support structure, working your way from one side to the other. Be sure to get the white tab of the fascia underneath the wheel trim, and you can begin clipping it into position. You can now begin reinstalling all the fascia's fasteners. You can now install the tow hook with the factory hardware onto the vehicle's new hitch. You can now tighten and torque the hardware to the manufacturer's specifications. Again, they are linked in the description below. For those of us who had to drill out a plastic rivet, you can replace it. However, this is not included with the kit. You will need to purchase it separately. As well, we need to slightly enlarge the hole for the plastic rivet. Use a 1/4-inch drill bit to enlarge. Use a plastic rivet gun to seat it into place. You can now reinstall the driver's side taillight. And now reinstall your taillight fasteners. Now that our hitch is installed, we pull the vehicle onto level ground to show you some important measurements. This is a 2-inch hitch receiver. The pinhole to the end of the bumper is 4 inches. From the ground to the top of the inside of the receiver is 22.5 inches. These measurements will help you determine the necessary length, rise, or drop of your hitch accessories like a ball mount, bike rack, or cargo carrier. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can even download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.